In this video, I'm going to show you exactly how we made 17.5K in one day for one of our creators. I'm going to show you every single detail. It's a very simple system, yet you have to be very careful when applying. So if you're a growth operator or a coach trying to collect more cash from your high-ticket mentorship, this is exactly what you need. So grab a pen and paper, notepad, whatever makes you most comfortable, and be ready to map it out. Okay. And in case, just in case you're not very familiar in this space, high-ticket mentorship is basically you providing value as a coach and getting paid for it, where you pay more close attention to the people that trust you, like you, know you. So I'm going to show you exactly how we collected everything. It's a very simple system. I'm not going to show you a complex Miro board or anything. So I hope you're ready for it. So first things first, any business in the world operates under pretty much the same fundamentals, which is getting traffic, like getting people inside the funnel, inside the ecosystem, and then nurturing them and then converting them. So let's start with one, which is getting people inside the funnel. We start off with the top of funnel traffic. So we grew this creator from 0 to 200K followers on TikTok because this creator is Saudi, which means Saudi is, by the way, one of the largest countries that use TikTok. So the way we did that is very simple, short form, top of funnel traffic on TikTok, short form videos, educating people. And by the way, this creator is in the HR niche. It's a it's like a micro niche, but it targets C-level executives and people that are making 100 to 300K per year, which means the audience is there. So this is where we start off. So we got those people inside the ecosystem. Then what? What do we do? How we convert those into 3.5K deals, USD. The second part of the system, and just so you know, this is like a 5-step process. What we did is we directed this top of funnel traffic over here into the free Telegram channel. What's that free Telegram channel? It's right now we have 9,722 subscribers, all from TikTok again. What we do over here is step 2, which is nurturing. Remember, so we got the attention. Then step 2 would be nurturing. How do we nurture them? We send them free resources, free guides. We make them feel heard through sending polls, making them engage. What's stopping you from reaching XYZ goal, depending on their desired outcome? So we kept on sending these, and it doesn't end here. Is this enough to make people move from point A to point B and pay us money? No. So what happened next is, this is a 14-day sequence. And by the way, we do this every single week. Okay, from start to finish, we have everything mapped out over here, which is, so on day 1, we send them, hey guys, how are we feeling today? What's the obstacle for the day? Day 2, we send them, how does your CV look like right now? Because again, we're in the HR niche helping people land better jobs. What does your CV look like right now? Are you active on LinkedIn? It's like we're asking them questions related to the niche. It's not just engaging some BS stuff, right? So all the way until day 3, where we tell them, guys, I really thank you. You guys have been very loyal. So what we're going to do is we're going to host a live webinar on Saturday. So from Monday till Saturday, it's purely hyping up that webinar that we're going to host, which is over here. Okay, I'm going to talk about that in a sec. We're going to discuss topic A, which is, for example, I'm just dropping an example, how to optimize your LinkedIn so you can get recruiters reaching out to you so you can land a high paying job. So this is the topic. We announce the topic. Then day 4, what we do here is, for example, send a good example of a LinkedIn profile. Then on day 5, we send a good example of how the recruiters reach out, and so on. So we keep on hyping up and sending topics related to the webinar topic that we chose for the week. Okay. And on that way, we can get more and more and more registrants and people applying. And by the way, no, we didn't have a Russell Brunson complex funnel or like apply here, register here, whatever. No, we had none of that. It was very, very, very simple. And then before the webinar, before 6 hours, we send them reminders, 3 hours, 1 hour, and then before 15 minutes and at the time of the webinar. So those are the time. I hope you wrote note of that. Then once we hop the free live webinar, of course, we have our videography team shooting. Again, I told you our creator is Saudi. We have them shooting on site so we can use all of that for future YouTube and short form content repurposing purposes as well. So on that webinar, we discuss, it's like a one hour webinar. For 30 minutes, it's purely discussing the offer. And then I want you to pay very, very, very close attention, sorry, to what I'm about to say now. Okay. We've been hyping up those people. They're waiting for the fruit that they came to the webinar for, which is how to optimize your LinkedIn so you can get recruiters reaching out to you. We explained that for 30 minutes, but then we tell them this is only one part of the process. What else do you need to know? You need to understand the psychology of the recruiter. Once they do reach out to you, you want to understand how to reply and communicate with them. Once you communicate with them, you would want to have a very strong CV in the modern way where recruiters would be like, okay, I want to work with this guy. So you need this, you need this, you need this, you need this, because you deserve to get out of the comfort zone. You deserve to get out of whatever loop you're in right now. You deserve to make way, way, way more money for yourselves and for your families. This is why a lot of people have been asking me for more attention. And this is why I created the school community. Then we start pitching. We have the resources, the recorded courses, access to live weekly webinars, Q&A, whatever, etc., etc. We start literally value stacking on the webinar over here. And then we tell them it's $149 only for people who are on the webinar. It's for $99. Then, by the way, just so you know, this is like insider information. On the first webinar, we barely made like 4 or 5 sales. Then we made 15 or 20 sales. And this was done on a weekly basis. Keep this in mind, guys. This was done on a weekly basis. So week after week after week after week, right now we rank number 1 on school in the self-improvement niche. Number 1 in the world. Let that sink in. And right now, I forgot to add that screenshot, but you can check it out, okay? You can check it out on school. We have 640 members, so that's equivalent to 60K a month. That's only from low ticket. However, I'm not discussing low ticket over here, okay? Over here, I'm only discussing the high ticket. I'm going to post another video on low ticket, so stay tuned for that. So how do we collect, going back to this, which is the 17.5K in one day. So we had 3 days of the launch of the high ticket. All we did, no fancy stuff, no fancy setups, no Russell Brunson, none of that BS, okay? It's not BS, it's very important, but we didn't do that over here. We dropped 1 post on school. I'm going to translate that, by the way, work with US creators and Saudi creators because it's a very lucrative market. I'm giving you some free sauce over here as well. The title says, today we announced the Stay in Charge or Stay in Control 12-week program that helps you transform from just a member to someone that is chosen. Notice the copy. It's very, very, very select. And we tell them, what are you going to get access to? This, and this. They click on see more, book a call here. Let's see if you're a good fit. Boom. That is it. On the first day, we had 3 booked calls because we announced it around 6 or 7 p.m. 3 booked calls, 3 shows, 100% show rate, 66% close rate, and we collected 7K. Okay, 7K, that's day 1. On day 2, we had 10 booked calls. We've got 5 closes. Again, 100% show rate because they're all warm. Why are they warm, guys? They're warm because we did all of the heavy lifting over here and nurturing them on the free Telegram. Then we nurture them on the webinar. Then we nurture them on school. So they're literally ripe and ready to be, it's like ready to be served. The plate is ready. All you need is just to bring your knife and fork and start eating. So this is why on day 2, we collected, it's a 3.5K ticket. So 5 times 3.5K, that's 17.5K in one day. Okay, 17.5K in one day, just because we did all of the heavy lifting. Now, what do most creators do? They're like story sequences. They see whatever Nick's setting or people online are doing. Story sequences, DM me ready, and then they DM, and then they barely get like 3 or 5 DMs, and 2 of them are from their cousins. And then they're like, buy this. Oh, yeah, we have this program. It's not going to work for one simple reason. Let me ask you this. You go out right now and you spot a chick at the bar. If you approach her and be like, I'm a good guy, I can protect and provide for you, let's get married. She's going to be like, fuck off. Who the fuck are you? And it's not going to work. Whereas if you nurture her properly, offer to buy her a drink, ask about her parents, her family, where is she from, whatever. I can also give you free game on here, by the way. And then you can go out on a date, and on another one, and then another one. And then you nurture her properly and you ask her to marry you, she's going to say yes. So the point is, once you do this properly in the right way, you're going to be collecting cash. So this is literally the system. This is the simplest Mito board you're ever going to see on YouTube entirely. Okay. And that's because we understand the game. We understand the fundamentals of the game. And I want you to understand it as well. This is my first YouTube video, actually my second YouTube video. And I really want you to stay on top of things. So if you found value, by the way, you can find me on IG. You can DM me to work with me, or you can just click on the link and I'll see you on the other side so we can work closely together, whether you're a creator or a growth up. Cheers.